Seahawks knock Eagles from perch atop NFC. Seattle, Russell Wilson is the king of December. The Seattle Seahawks quarterback threw 3 touchdowns Sunday night in Seattle's 24-10 win over the Philadelphia Eagles, upending the team with the league's best record and perhaps shaking up the NFL's MVP race heading into the final month of the season. Eagles quarterback Carson Wentz wasn't bad against the Seahawks, but he couldn't measure up to Wilson, who continues to make up for deficiencies elsewhere on Seattle's roster. With his trio of touchdowns Sunday night, Wilson improved his stellar December resume to 46 touchdowns, with just 15 interceptions, since 2012 as the Seahawks improved to 18-5 in December games during Wilson's tenure. The win kept the Seahawks, 8-4, within striking distance of the Los Angeles Rams, 9-3, in the NFC West, with a critical division game against the Rams in Seattle 2 weeks away. The Seahawks also moved into the first of the 2 wild card spots. The Eagles remain in control of the NFC East, but the loss drops Philadelphia to the number 2 seed in the NFC behind the Vikings, who beat the Falcons earlier on Sunday. Wilson led the Seahawks to a 10-0 lead in the first quarter after an 11-yard touchdown pass to tight end Jimmy Graham. That seemed to stun an Eagles team that hadn't allowed a first-quarter touchdown all year or trailed by more than 10 points since a Week 2 loss to the Chiefs. But it was in the second quarter when Wilson truly showed his command of the game, as the Eagles dared to call an all-out blitz. Wilson moved inside the pocket to avoid the heavy rush and launched a deep pass to receiver Doug Baldwin, who beat his single coverage. The initial call of a 48-yard touchdown was overturned and Baldwin was ruled out of bounds at the 1-yard line, but Wilson threw a touchdown 2 plays later, this time to Tyler Lockett. The Seattle defense, meanwhile, showed it is adapting to life without cornerback Richard Sherman, on injured reserve with a torn Achilles tendon, and safety Cam Chancellor, out for the remainder of the season with a neck injury, in one of the unit's most dominant performances of the season. The Eagles had been averaging a league-best 31.9 points per game, but the Seahawks held Wentz and company to a season-low scoring total despite allowing 425 yards. Philadelphia drove into Seattle territory 6 times in the first 3 quarters but managed just 3 points before finally scoring their lone touchdown early in the fourth quarter to cut Seattle's lead to 17-10. Follow Lindsey H. Jones on Twitter @BylineJones. Photos: Best of NFL Week 13.